Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Cheryl. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're new to this channel, thank you for dropping by. I'm by the window and I just saw a car go by, so that's what I looked at. As you can tell, I'm a different change of background. I am by my window in my living room. Thought maybe it'd be nice to have a different background, and I was hoping the lighting would be better, but it's not really that much better, and I look so pale. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I tried. So this video, I'm going to be doing a take while I am kitting up a diamond painting. I hope you enjoy. If you're a new video, yeah, this is how it's going to go today. Words are hard. If you're a new viewer, thank you for stopping by, and hi, hello. And if you are, I was going to say old. Oh my goodness. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back, and welcome. So I have a take that I wrote down. I got it from a website on the computer, and it's called 50 Questions You've Never Been Asked You to Take. Don't know if we'll get through all 50, but we're going to try. So I've got them all written down. And where can I put this? I guess I'll put it right here. And I'm going to move the camera to get my diamond painting. So goodbye. I don't know how well this shows the diamond painting. My house is kind of messy, as you can tell. I've got boxes there. I'm still going through all my boxes, so can you see the diamond painting? Alright. So I bought this set from I think it's called Donnie's Diamond Painting, or Diamond Painting with Donnie, her YouTube channel, and she's got a Etsy store. So I bought this. It's a clear, can you see it? I don't even know if I'll upload this because I don't know how well it shows things. But it's a clear set, and it's got 28 of these. They're little, can you see little, I have to look down here to see if you can see it. But it's little containers, so they're 4 in each thing. I was hoping they'd be separate, but they're 4 in each thing. So we are going to be kitting up my Disney Princess one diamond painting. So this is it. I got it, gosh, about 2 weeks ago, I guess. And I got it from Amazon. I don't know where I got it from. I just know I got it from Amazon. This is the picture that it's going to be. So I hope people aren't staring at me through the window. Okay, so I'm going to kit it up and do the tags. So I'm just going to do a bit of wrinkling here. I apologize. I'm just getting all the pretty stuff out. These are such pretty diamonds. I know I'm not done my other 2 diamond paintings, but I wanted to kit this up. I'm not working on one of the diamond paintings. I am working on the, oh my goodness, what's it called? I don't know what it's called, but it's, well, you can see my stomach, sorry. What is it called? I can't think. It's a cross, the Passion of Christ or something. It's a cross with a sunset around it. So these all came in packages, and there is, I think, 28 of them. 23. I've only got 23 here. I wonder if I'm missing some. Nope, there's 23 in them. Okay, perfect. So we'll start with number 1. And the question is, the tag is called 50 Questions You've Never Been Asked You to Take. First question is, what's your favorite candle scent? My favorite candle scent. I hope you can see what I'm doing. My favorite candle scent, oh goodness, I can't have candles in my apartment because it sets my smoke alarm off. I mean, I use the toaster and my smoke alarm goes off. I mean, it's pretty bad. So, but if I was to have one, I think vanilla or lavender. Even like a pumpkin spice, like yeah, pumpkin spice I like. I don't know, it doesn't really matter to me. I like any kind of, except like really strong scented ones because I get allergies, but I like practically any smell. I have perfume. My perfume that I wear is Night Magic from Avon. It's my favorite all-time perfume. And I don't even know what it smells like. I can't describe smells very well, but I love it. So this is number 1. I'm not going to label these. Oops, I spilled. Darn it. I'm not going to label these because I'm just going to put them in the order that they are. So my favorite candle scent is basically anything that's not really strong smelling. I know that really doesn't answer the question, but that's my answer. What female celebrity do you wish was your sister? I would have to say, where's number 2? I got them all mixed up here. Okay, number 2 is this one. It's a dark, kind of a blackish one. Number L1799. Sister, okay, I would say the only one I could think of is Candace Cameron Bure because I love her. I've loved her since she was on Full House, and I just really like her. I don't know, I kind of like Amy Grant. She's my favorite singer in the whole world. She'd be a cool sister. Sorry, my throat's going already. Can't really think of any other celebrity a female celebrity that I love, but yeah, Candace Cameron Bure would be cool. Number 3 is this one. It's kind of a bluish color. Really pretty. Okay, and then the next question is, what male celebrity would you like as a brother? Now, that would, again, be Cameron. It'd be Kirk Cameron, because I love Kirk Cameron. I follow him not YouTube, on Facebook. Oh, it's spilling all over. My gosh. Oh my goodness, I'm spilling all over. Yeah, Kirk Cameron is my favorite male actor in the whole world. He hasn't done a lot recently in movies, but he was in the original Left Behind movie, and he was in, of course, Growing Pains growing up. I loved Growing Pains. And now he is don't know if he's really a pastor or if he just preaches, like talks about the word, but he is a Christian, and he does talk about, he counsels people in marriage and does videos about, and books and stuff about how to have a healthy marriage and how to raise your kids and stuff. He's just a really good guy. I like him. I believe in the same things he believes in, so I think that's why I like him. Plus, he's a really good actor, which I like. I respect him a lot. So I would like him as a brother. I think it'd be cool. Number 4 is this little green color. Okay, question number 4. How old do you think you'll be when you get married? Oh my goodness, I'm 41 now, and I still haven't been married. I guess I just haven't found the right man yet. I am straight, so I'm looking for a man, just in case you're wondering. And, I don't know. I hope I get married soon, but, I mean, you never know really, right? I'd like to be married before I'm 50. I think that would be good, but it's all up to God and see who I can meet. I don't go out a lot, so I don't meet a lot of people, but kind of an introvert. Do you know a hoarder? I don't think I do. I mean, maybe I do. I don't know. I just dropped some. I may know a hoarder that I don't know what that is a hoarder, but I don't think I do. I know of a friend who has a sister who was, when she was alive, was a hoarder, but I didn't know her, so I met my friend after her sister died, but apparently she was a hoarder, but I have a messy house. I've been accused of being a hoarder, but I'm not a hoarder because, and I know this because I can get rid of things without getting upset. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm kind of like back here. um, without getting upset, I can get rid of things. I just have a lot of things that I have not gotten rid of. It's not that it's all because of circumstance. I haven't been able to get them out to the garbage or to a thrift store or whatever. It's not because I want to keep them. And it's not because I can't get rid of them emotionally or physically. Like emotionally, you know. It's just I haven't been able to physically get them out yet. So, I don't think I'm the definition of a hoarder. Number 6. Oh, I'm on the same number as I am on the questions. Woohoo! Number 6 is pretty yellow. Can you do a split? No, I cannot. I cannot do the splits. I almost did it when I was a kid. I came close to doing splits, but I mean, I did a split once when I fell. I tripped. What happened is I was killing a spider for my mom in a because my mom was terrified of spiders, and we were in a public bathroom, and she saw a spider, and I went to kill it, and I slipped and ended up doing the splits. But it was not intentional. And it hurt. So, I ended up breaking my ankle, so. Yeah, that was not fun. So it was not intentional, but yes, I have done the splits before. How old are you when you learned how to ride a bike? I was, yes, I would have been 4. Well, I learned how to ride a tricycle, of course, when I was like 3 or 4, and then I rode a 4-wheel, like a 2-wheeler with little back, what are those called? Training wheels? These are white. I had training wheels when I was like 5. I guess I was about 6 or 7 when I learned how to ride a 2-wheeler. I'm not very good at riding bikes. I can't ride them anymore. I don't have the balance. But when I was little, I used to ride bikes. So my brothers and I would go out and ride bikes all the time. I enjoyed it until my health got bad. Whoa, I just spilled. Until my health got bad, and then I was unable to ride. I just spilled them. My hand jerked. I hate it when I do that. My little boy I babysit always gets mad at me when I say the H word, which is hate. So I disliked it very much. That's what I say instead. And he always laughs when I say that. I disliked it very much. Oh, I still got some white ones here. That one's done. These don't stay down very well, which I don't like. That one is not staying down. It stays down okay, I guess. I don't know. Kind of worried about these, but they were cheap, so. Okay, number 8. How many oceans have you swam in? I have not swum in any oceans. I've been on a ferry on an ocean, on the Pacific Ocean. That's the only ocean I've ever seen in real life. I haven't traveled very much. I don't travel, so that's the only ocean I've seen is the Pacific Ocean down by Vancouver Island in BC. That's the Pacific, right? Yeah, I think it is. I don't even know. So, oh, I forgot to show you the color. This is the color. It's a yellowish, brownish, yellowish color. These colors are so pretty. I'm looking forward to doing this one. This painting. Alright, that's done. And, okay. How many countries have you been to? Well, as I said, I don't travel, but I did go to the U.S. as a kid. I traveled across the border from, I'm just going to put these extra ones I forgot to put in. No, those are this color. When I was about 9 years old, I went across the border from BC and shopped. Yeah, that was my excursion to the United States. I've never been there other than that. I know, it's pathetic. I have a friend, you know my friend Ryan, the one that just got married? He's been to everywhere. He's been to the United States. He's been all over Canada. He has been to New Zealand, Australia, Paris, like France. He's been to Wales. He's been to, oh my goodness, everywhere. It's like, oh, I wish, but no, I can't afford to travel, so yeah. Oh no, I did that one. Has anyone in your family in the army? No. My grandfather was in World War II. He fought for the U.S. because he was an American citizen. He was actually in the Battle of the Somme, I think, was the one he was in. And his ship went there, and he was the only one that came back alive, or there was only two. I think there was two men. Him and another man were the only ones that came back alive. And so I remember as a kid, oh, and my hand shaked again. Darn it. As a kid, I used to, my parents had to explain to me because he would, whenever he heard a helicopter or something, like a plane or helicopter, he would hide. He would go in underneath the table and he would shiver and he would get really scared. And I never understood that until they explained to me about the war and what he had gone through. And I respected him so much more after that. And my other grandpa wasn't in the war because he was too young at the time. He wasn't in World War II. I do have, I believe, an uncle and a cousin who are in the American Army. I'm not sure. I'm a Canadian, but I do have family who are American. And I do believe I have one, maybe two uncles that are in the Army or some kind of military. I don't know for sure because I don't know them very well, so I only see them like maybe once every 5 or 10 years. So I don't know them very well, but I think they either were in the Army or are in the Army, and I believe I have a cousin in the United States who is also in the Army. Or he's actually a cousin's son, so it would be my, second cousin, I guess. Other than that, no, I don't have anybody in the Army. I respect the Army, I respect all the military and what they stand for. I just don't have anybody in my family who are, apart from those uncles and my grandpa. My grandpa, I didn't know him very well, this particular grandpa, when he was alive. I saw him quite often, but we just didn't get along a lot of the time. He had a really rough life, and I know now that he had a really rough life. As a kid, I didn't know that. And so I respect him a lot more now, and I wish he was alive now so I can tell him, I love you and I understand and that kind of thing. But at the time, I mean, you don't tell children these things, so I didn't know half of what he went through. This is really pretty. It's like a, can you see it? No, there. It's a really pretty blue. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, well, maybe you just want to listen to the tag instead of watch this, because it's not very good. You can't really see things, but... Okay. No, I missed number 9. Where's number 9? No, I did number 9. Okay. These are perfect sizes for these. So that's good. Number 10. Oh, no, I did that one. Number 11. What would you name your daughter if you had one? Well, I believe I have a daughter in heaven, or son. I did have a miscarriage when I was 22. I was only about 2 weeks along, so I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. It was basically just blood and a tiny little spot when I had the miscarriage. I mean, I know it was a baby. I don't believe in, you know, them not being babies until they're whatever months old or whatever. I believe it's a baby right away, but my baby was so small that you couldn't even really tell. Wow, that didn't fit. What am I going to do? That one didn't fit. I'm going to put the other one in here, the rest in here. Because I'll have to remember not to. I'll have to put a little note on this to make sure that it's not, so I know not to count it as number 8. Or number 12, I mean. That's number 11. How can I do that? I'm going to have to put a little note. I wonder if I have any note paper here. I should, somewhere. Hold on one moment. There we go. Got some note paper here. I'm actually gonna put the numbers down on the box. I think it'd be easier. So I'm gonna use the little tape part on this and just write down what numbers they are. I think I'll do that. I changed my mind, sorry. So this is number 1. That's gotta be cut a little bit more. Okay. Next question, what would you name your son if you had, I forgot to answer the first one. So if I had a little girl, and I think I do have one in heaven, her name would be Kassalee, and it would be spelled Kassa-Leigh. I came up with that name, gosh, about 20 years ago in a story that I was writing, and I loved it, and I still love it, so that would be, whoops, that's not number 2. What am I doing? Number 2. So, Castelliana, A-N-A, Castelliana would be her name. I love that name. I know it's long. I'm kind of hoping that when I get married or when I have a baby, the last name will be a short last name. Because Castelliana is pretty big, pretty long, but it's my favorite name. I also like Danielle, although I had a boyfriend named Danny, so I don't know if I'd like to name her that. He was a good guy though, but didn't work out, so. I have a lot of favorite girl names that I like, so. Yeah, Stephanie, I like Stephanie. What would you name your son if you had one? So if I had a son in heaven, his name would be Aiden, and I would spell it A-Y-D-E-N. That's the name I picked if it was a boy. His middle name would be Donald after his dad. But I also like the name Michael, although there's so many Michaels in this world, I don't know. I like Daniel again. I like, let's see, what else do I like? I like Drew, like Andrew, and call him Drew. I mean, the father would have a say in it, of course, of what to name him, but, yeah, I think I would love to have children, but I think I'm probably not going to be having children, so I wouldn't mind marrying a single father, though. I think that would be cool. I mean, I know it's hard being a stepmom, but I think I would like it. Well, put this on the wrong side. 7. Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking about kids now. What is the worst grade you got on a test? Okay, so I used to do really good on tests. I did, however, I was in a math class once in grade 3, and the teacher, I don't know why, just did not like me. She thought I was stupid and all that. And whenever she taught math, she was a teacher, like I had 2 teachers in that class, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, and she was the afternoon teacher. So she taught math. Now, I am good at math. I don't know, sometimes I don't know how I get the answers right, but I do. You know, like when they say to show the answers, I can't always show how I got it. I just know I got it. I know it's weird, but this particular class, I would put my hand up for a question and she wouldn't come to me. So I would spend like the whole test time trying to figure out one question because it had to do with the other questions, and I would put my hand up and she would not help me in classes or in tests or anything. I mean, I understand you can't help them on tests, but when we were learning stuff, I would put my hand up and she'd just ignore me and go to another person with their hand up, and I would have my hand up for like 20 minutes and she would not come to me. So she ended up trying to fail me, and my mom went to her and told her, look, I know that she can do this if you just help her. So my mom ended up helping me, but I did get an F on one of my tests from her, and it was basically just because I didn't understand. Once my mom taught me what it was, I got A's again, so that kind of proved. I'm just putting 11 again on this one. So to me, that kind of proved that, yeah, I am smart. I just needed to be taught differently than what she was teaching. And that's the way I was all through school. I had to be taught a little bit differently. Like my mom would teach me. My mom was basically my teacher throughout all the years. She's the one who would spend hours talking to me and telling me things. I'm just going to take a drink of pop. She would tell me something over and over again in like 10 different ways. And on the 10th time, I'd be like, oh, well, why didn't they just say that? You know, and it's like, okay, you have to teach me in a different way. And teachers just did not get that back then. I think they do more now these days, but back when I was in school, you taught one way, and if you didn't get it, you were stupid. And that's basically how I was treated through a lot of my school years. So my mom is basically the one that stayed up with me at night and taught me. So, and she had to learn how to do them as well to teach me, right? So she would stay up till like 3 o'clock in the morning learning my school stuff so that she could teach me, because school was different from when she was in school, just like it's different now than when I was in school. And, you know, like the math is all different and everything. I don't even know the new math anymore. I don't know, do they have a new math in America too? And in Britain? In Canada, they have a new way of doing their math, like the adding and stuff. And I don't understand it. I mean, to me, it's easier just to do it the old way, the way I learned. But, whatever. And so many times now, they just use calculators. It's like, kids don't know how to, you know, do long division and all that. It's like, they just use calculators, which kind of defeats the purpose of school, I think, but that's just my opinion. Okay. We've got number 12. What time has this been on? This has been on for 30 minutes already. My goodness. It takes so long to get things up, I tell you. I haven't been showing you the colors, but I mean, my lighting is not very good, so it doesn't really show up very well. I hope you're enjoying this video. I hope that you give me a thumbs up, because it does help the channel, and it helps show up. It makes the video show up in more feeds, so that the video gets shown more. So if you're enjoying this, give me a thumbs up, please. Please, please, please. I don't know why I begged you. I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. It's like, what time is it? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm tired. Is it bedtime yet? I say that to my kids I babysit. If I get up early with them or whatever, and I'm like, is it bedtime yet? Like, Cheryl, the day's just begun. And then they always laugh. And I'm like, it's bedtime, isn't it? And half the time I'm serious. I really am tired. I want to go to bed. Because usually if I get up in the morning, this is a rant, but kind of a change of topic. But if I get up in the morning, if I have to babysit at 6 a.m., I have to take a cab at 5:30. So I get up at like 4 or 4:30 because I like to spend an hour or two just by myself and just kind of, in a way, just relax and get myself going in the morning. You know, have a shower and everything. Although I usually have showers at night. I don't usually have them in the morning. But sometimes I do. That's a pretty color. Okay, next question. Favorite TV show as a child? As a teenager, I liked Facts of Life and Growing Pains. As a child, oh my goodness. TV show. I liked a lot of no, I didn't really like that show. I liked, oh goodness, I can't think of any. I liked Mr. Dress Up. Yes, Mr. Dress Up was my favorite show until I was like 13. I loved that show. Ernie Coombs, oh, he was my hero. I wanted him as a dad. I wanted Finnegan and Casey, and he was my favorite. And I actually saw him live when I was probably about 20 or 22, 21, somewhere on there, on his farewell tour. I went and saw him live, and he was so amazing. So I really liked Mr. Dress Up, and the original Mr. Dress Up, like with Casey and Finnegan and the owl, you know, what did he used to say? Who's who, or whatever. Yeah, I liked him. I didn't like Friendly Giant. My brother loved Friendly Giant. I did not like Friendly Giant. He scared me. Not because he was giant. I just didn't like him. He scared me, and I don't know why. This is another one I'm going to have to put in 2 different things here. So hopefully there's not too many of those. I did not like Fraggle Rock. My brothers loved Fraggle Rock. Again, they scared me. I don't know why, but they did. Sesame Street I loved. The original Sesame Street, you know, I liked it when the Snuffleupagus, you didn't know if he was real or not, and like you saw him but nobody else saw him, and you're like, oh, you see him, he's over there, you know, and all that. I loved the Snuffleupagus when he was Big Bird's friend that nobody saw. And, you know, before Elmo and all the others came on, I love Elmo, but before all the other puppets came on, you know, Big Bird and all them. Oscar. I liked Super Oscar on Sesame Street. He was my favorite. And like my brother and I, we still sing to this day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That song. We still sing that. That was one of our favorite things. Do you remember that? That was such a cool song. 14 again. Yeah, that was a cool show back then. I mean, I like it now too, but it's just so different. And it's just, yeah. Okay. What did you dress up for Halloween when you were 8? When I was 8, we didn't dress up for Halloween very often. We didn't celebrate Halloween because we were Christians. When I was about 6 or 7, we did go trick-or-treating once, but it was in a small town called Logan Lake where we lived, and someone got poisoned that year after, so we never went trick-or-treating again. We did go to our church and had a kind of a fun day kind of thing, but when I was 8, I think I was in Oliver at the time, and I was Oliver, BC. I moved a lot when I was a kid. And when I was 8, I was in Oliver, and I was in a Sunday school group that was doing a little skit, and it was to do with Rahab, the story of Rahab and the spies from the Bible. And I was to play Rahab. So I think when I was 8, we went to our church that year, so I think I dressed up as Rahab that year. And she is my favorite Bible character, and I'm so jealous because my mom's in heaven, so she knows Rahab, and I'm like, I want to meet Rahab. I don't know why I like that story so much, but I do. I think it's just because I got to play Rahab in the skit. So, but I really like that story, where she hid the spies, and then she got saved from the battle. It's just such a good story. It's in the book of Joshua, if you ever want to check it out. Joshua chapter... It's in the early Joshua, the beginnings of Joshua. Rahab and the spies. Yeah. It's a really good Bible story. But, I mean, as a kid, we never really celebrated Halloween. We got candy. My parents would buy us candy, but we didn't really celebrate. We did go to church, like I said, once in a while, but that's about it. Yeah. We didn't dress up much. And if we did dress up, it would be as a Bible character or as like a dog or cat or something. I didn't dress up much, though. Okay. Have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games, or Twilight series? I have read some of all of them. As you know, I'm a big book reader, so I've read, what am I doing? I'm getting mixed up here. I've read all of the Harry Potter, except I did not finish the last book of the original series, which is book 7, I think. Is it 7? Deathly Hallows. I never finished that book. I did watch the movie, so I know what happens. It was due at the library, and I never finished. I do own some of the Harry Potter, but not all of them. I haven't read The Cursed Child. I don't really want to, but maybe someday. I've heard some things about it that not many people like it, so. But I mean, I'd like to give it a try. I have read the first book of the Hunger Games, and I've seen all of the movies. What was the other? Twilight, I've read all of them, and I've seen all the movies. So, I do own all of the Twilight series. I think Twilight was probably my first, like, YA book that I ever read that was popular back then. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing here. Okay. This is number 16. Okay. Would you rather have an American or a British accent? Well, I like some of the American accents. Like, I like the Southern accents. But I kind of like the British accent. I think they're really cool. I like, yeah, I like British accent. So probably the British accent's what I would like if I had a choice. I don't know why, I just do. I like the British accent. Did your mother go to college? Yes, my mom went to the UVic, University of Victoria, for about half a year. She took, she was a piano player, so she took some music courses. And I think she also took English literature. She did not finish the year. She ended up getting married and just didn't go back to college. She did become a music teacher, piano teacher, so, but she wasn't able to do piano teaching for many years because of her arthritis acting up, and which is really sad because she was a really good piano player, and she aspired to be in like the big time, like the big orchestras and stuff. She could have made it too if she was that good. She was, I mean, I'm not trying to brag, but she was excellent at classical music, and she, because of arthritis, her fingers and hands, like her hands were like that, so she wasn't able to play piano, and it really, we had a piano all my life, and it really bothered her. I remember one time I was in my room and I heard her trying to play piano, and I came out and she had her hands on the piano just bawling her head off because she couldn't play because it hurt too much. And I remember my heart just broke for her. It just broke. I was like, oh, Mom, I'm so sorry. And she's like, oh, it's okay. She tried not to cry in front of us very often, but I know that it really bothered her. Piano was her life growing up, and she dedicated so many hours and so much time and work and effort into piano, and then she, in the end, wasn't able to play. It was very sad. I still get a bit emotional about it because I know how much it meant to my mom. And, yeah. And she did teach piano for a few years, though, when I was little. Are your grandparents still married? All my grandparents are now passed away. My one grandparents were married for, I think, 56 years, I think. And then my other grandparents were married for 63 or something like that. So they were married a long time. They stayed married. They never divorced. I did have one grandparents split up for a while, but they never divorced. They got back together, and they were just a stronger marriage after that. And they loved each other, and it worked out. But it was kind of scary at the time because I thought they were going to get divorced. But they got back together. My other grandparents loved each other desperately. People used to say it was so cute because these are my mom's parents. Because they would, whenever they went places, they would hold hands, and people used to say, "Oh, that's so cute seeing old people holding hands." And I used to laugh at that because it's just normal for my grandparents. They always held hands. And so it was normal to see them do that, but to other people, it's like, oh, that's so cute. It was kind of neat. Yeah, they were very much in love. And my parents stayed together for 38 years before my mom passed away, so I've never had to deal with divorce, which I'm very grateful for. I know that a lot of my friends had to deal with it. A lot of people I know had their parents divorced, or their grandparents, or their brothers or sisters or whatever. My one brother has been married for 26 years to his first wife and only wife, and my other brother, 27 years, I believe. My other brother's been married for 18 years, I believe, and they've never split up or anything, so I'm lucky in that sense. I mean, it's not to say it will never happen, but I don't think they'll get divorced. So, well, this is weird. Usually it's just like one blue part in it. I wonder if it's supposed to be two. Oh, it is supposed to be two. Okay, wow. Oh no, it's just one. Well, that's weird. Okay, or I haven't done it yet. Darn it. Number 20. I think this is the last one I'm going to do as I get this up. today because I'm just starting to feel, I've been sick recently. So I think I will cut this off, but I'll do one more question. Number 20, have you ever taken karate lessons? No, I have not, and I don't plan on it. I sounded so feminine against that. No, it's not that I don't respect karate or like it. I don't enjoy doing it. I don't, and plus with all my arthritis and everything, I wouldn't be able to do it. But, I mean, I think it's a great sport. I have no problem with it. I just don't want to do it. So, anyways, we're going to quit at that. So we did 20 questions out of 50. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you want to see the rest of the questions. And we're just going to move the camera here so you can see me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. God bless you in all you do. I have 8 or 9 more to kit up, and then I'll be starting this picture. I'm still working on the Passion of Christ one. I think it's called the Passion of Christ. I'm not sure, but it's a cross with a sunset around it. So, yeah. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you in all you do. Bye, guys.